Welcome back to my channel, and here we are doing another reaction video to Tectone. So let's talk about the 3.2 Honkai Star Rail livestream. I knew he was gonna upload a video like this because I saw in his tweet he was gonna, he already said earlier that he was gonna make a video like this, and honestly I was gonna avoid it because man, oh man, I'm scared for what he has to say because I don't know why. Tectone talking about Honkai Star Rail and Genshin in videos like this, it feels like I'm going to the principal's office. But it's like for this video specifically, it's like I know he's gonna make some valid points, and I already reacted to Gotcha Smack's video about this, but I want to know what he has to say because as one of the most influential Gotcha content creators, he makes a lot of like controversial, like I don't know. He makes a lot of controversial opinions and people don't like it. But me, it's like I find a lot of them to be very valid. But I am curious to what he has to say. I've noticed that I'm about a minute 52 seconds in the video, but he really hasn't started his points yet. But he's about to right now. All right, let's watch it.
Yeah, I saw a little bit of Genizad. Genizad was actually pretty outspoken about how he felt, which made me very happy. Saw Mr. Pokey's reaction. Yep, saw a lot of people talking to me about it. But I wrote some notes down here real quick. And let me go through all this, what I wrote down. And
God, he has
shout-outs to Sarah.
Oh, he has a notepad. Dude.
For making sure I didn't miss anything. Love her to death. Let's go over the 3.2 developer live from Honkai Star Rail.
Okay.
So we got a Pong Cute Animal minigame where you toss seals at each other and it'll have multiplayer. Base Builder.
Oh, yeah, that one.
Like minigame with chibi models like last year's Monopoly.
Yep.
One free golden token that can buy a 5-star in shop.
Yep.
Luocha Ruan Mei.
Yep.
Standard banner units. More limited units will be added later. And
Yep.
You can save it. Myriad Celestia trailer, like cutscenes being added directly to story instead of just on their YouTube. One free 5-star character later in 3.x patches. Blade, Kafka, Jingliu, Silver Wolf buffs in 3.4. 20 gold limited polls. 1,600 stellar jades. Penacony story rework added in 3.8. Content being re-added can replace limited.
Wait, 3.8? We're not getting more. We're getting more of the Penacony quest later. Like, why not just give it now? I mean, I think that's a horrible idea, but why not just give it now? Why do we have to wait for more filler? Dude, the Penacony quest was so long. I forgot why I went there in the first place. I was supposed to meet up with a family. Turns out the family is corrupted with this guy named Sunday. Great character, though. I love this character. And then Robin, showed up. She's like, nah, this is wrong. Like, nah, like y'all living in a paradise in a fake world. Sparkle was there. Aventuring was there. Dr. Ratio was there. Sampo was there. Oh my gosh, dude. A lot of people were there and just a lot of dialogue that I thought was not important. What? 3.8?
Losses with Zila Blade Fushuan over standard units, select 7 of the 10.
I think the only character that's like relevant enough to be in standard banner is Fushuan. Everyone else is just like, well, yeah, they're gonna get buffed, but it's like, bro, we already have all these other DPSs. Like, why should we care? And not to mention the fact that it is so damn hard to get their Eidolons because you have to have a C6 standard character to get one of their Eidolons. And it's not, and the worst part is, it's not even guaranteed that you'll get one of their Eidolons. You can get another Bailu for the next like 4 years and never get a Blade or Kafka or, yeah, it's ridiculous.
There's whale stuff, which is double top-up refresh.
Yep.
15,000 to get second golden token, which will be $144.97.
Good grace.
8,000 for the 4 of the light cone currency, which is $64.98. New light cone shop, $9.99. Battle pass gives 1 shard. $19.99. Battle pass gives 2 shards. Castris, Fug You, Zhao Chi or Zhao Cho, Akara, Anaxa, Dr. Ratio.
Oh, Dr. Ratio's coming? Oh, yeah.
That seems like about it. As of current time of recording,
I'm trying to think. What else is he missing out? I think that's pretty much it. I can't think of anything.
There is 35 premium banner units in the game and 22 4-stars, counting March as 1 because you can't use both at the same time. 7 standards in MC, 65 total characters, including Anaxa and Casto. So that's everything they added. And now I want to go through that one by one and kind of give you my reaction to how I felt about each of those. So let's go again.
Okay.
Pong Cute Animal minigame, I don't give a fuck. Base Builder Farmville like minigame, I don't give a fuck. One free
as someone who is not a whale and does rather not want to spend money in the game, I find those events helpful only for the gems. I don't care about anything else about it.
The reason why I don't really care about any mini games that aren't being used to kind of beta test what will eventually be permanent features adding into their game mode. When they're just cute little games where you get like 300 jades, I understand people like those. Some people like those. I'm not one of those people. If you like it, you like it. If not, it's fine.
Yep.
I do like mini games when they are useful for development testing, things that the player base might enjoy. However, I don't find either of these to be useful whatsoever.
For those who play Genshin, I actually found the Genshin character trial test run in the Lantern Ride event. I actually found that very helpful. They gave all these Natlan characters for you to try out, and as much as I'm not going to pull for half of them, the only Natlan character I'm going to pull for is Shalonen, and even if I don't get her, I'm not going to spend money because, my goodness, I did not know you needed 2 premium 5-star units to make Malvika work, because she is so ass. My Wanderer and Zhao does a lot better, and they're not even good enough for a Spiral Abyss now. It really sucks. But yeah, I mean, I got Malvika. I've already invested so much in her. Resin, of course, not money. I have not spent any money for Malvika or for any of these new characters. The only money I spent recently was on Arlecchino, $50. But you know what? I love the character, liked it, and I think it's pretty valid to get a character like her when I don't want to play Hu Tao with her horrible, horrible combo that you need to learn, and it is so unplayable. You gotta get a C1 to make her playable. It is ridiculous. What else am I missing? Oh yeah, Fiorina. I actually got her with all my free pulls after I dropped the $50 on the Genesis crystals. But yeah, that's about it. Yeah, but he does have a valid point on mini games to where you can beta test. Yeah, that would make sense. But of course, I don't mind these other little events. I mean, I don't really care much about it. I only do it just for the Stellar Jades. That's all I care about.
And merely distractions, and that's fine. 1 free golden token, they can buy a 5-star in the shop. Luocha, Ruan, May standard banner units. More limited units will be added later, can save. If you're going to use that, for the love of God, don't pull Luocha. You are a fucking idiot if you pull Luocha. Character's trash. And you'll see him probably getting buffed in the near future because God knows they need to. Congratulations on anybody.
I don't care who is good and who is not. I'm going to get Ruan May. I know that she is on the declining, or I heard that she is on the declining phase of value and whatnot, but she is fine. I want her.
You got a Ruan May. I think that's very kind of the developers to do. I think that's great. However, I would normally say they didn't need to do that. However, for a game like Honkai Star Rail, they needed to do that.
Oh.
Man, oh man. Did they make sure that they did that for a price? What do I mean by that? Well, we'll get on that in a little bit.
I think he's referring to the pump fake that Gotcha Smack was talking about.
Hopefully the next characters that you can pull from the shop for free aren't like Fu Xuan, Zilo, Blade, a.k.a. the units that nobody fucking wants to use.
Yep.
Myriad Selection.
They're not useful anymore.
Added directly to the story instead of just on their YouTube. I think that's cool. Yeah, I think it's nice to experience them in the game because, well, that makes sense, and they're pretty much required content at this point, and I think it's very smart for the devs to do. Hopefully, it'll drive more people to their YouTube who want to rewatch, and I got really tired of watching those stories off the fucking YouTube because it kind of felt like a spoiler sometimes. I also kind of don't like watching developer live streams much these days because they put too much spoilers into it. I hate to be the guy who says this.
Oh yeah, low key, I agree.
I'm grateful for the way that Wuthering Waves does it because they almost show you fucking nothing. But then again, it's like breakneck speed. So like
I mean, the Wuwa 2.2 stream, I don't know. Maybe it's okay. Keep in mind, I just finished the 2.0 story quest. I knew enough to where it's like I could play 2.2 and understand what was going on. The Montellis and Phasalia and whatever. I mean, I guess you can still consider that a spoiler. It's just probably not as much as what all these other live streams have been. Honestly, I've only started watching live streams ever since the what is it? I think the first live stream I really tried paying started watching, paying attention to was probably the Genshin 5.4 special program. Then I watched the Wuwa 2.2, and then now Honkai 3.2.
Like the
Sorry, Genshin 5.5. I don't know what we are. The one with the cowgirl or whatever.
Casing of Honkai Star Wars Developer Livestream, but I like the presentation of Wuthering Waves Livestream. But yeah, one free 5-star character later in 3.x patches.
Yeah.
I think it's a pretty bad sign when the majority of big updates and cool things that are going to happen to this game are announced. Yeah, just wait, 2 more updates and it'll be here. Yeah, just wait, 6 more updates and it'll be here. I mean, guys, we got an announcement for 3.8. Bro, I'll be dead.
Yeah.
Fucking Julio Chinese assassins will come to my house and fucking slaughter me for fucking ruining the weapon banner in Genshin Impact. So, I mean, congrats to all those people who are still alive. But
oh yeah, 3.8.
Yeah, it's just
that's when he. That's when he stopped.
To be honest, the free 5-star character is probably, hopefully going to be from the Fate collab. Hopefully we all get a free saber.
I actually have not heard about this.
Where it's like you get one copy and she's shit and you can't get any constellation. I'm hoping it's not like that, but we will see. I was looking
they said brand new, so it's definitely the Fate collab.
Towards the Fate collabs quite a bit until I read some leaks where, you know, one of the characters is going to have another global passive, and there's going to be 2 other characters with global passives, and global passive.
Wait, so you're telling me Cypher and Hyacinth are going to get global passives? At this point, hey, good for me, I guess, because the only characters I'm going to pull for are the ones on the re-ones. I want Fugyu, I want Ruanmei, I want Acheron, I want Sunday, Aventurine, Robin. That's fine. I'll get the OG characters and not pull for any of these new characters with their global passives.
And
Gosh.
4 characters and just the 3.0 expansion that have global passives, and
that is ridiculous.
Fucking dead, and just Jesus Christ. Keep going here. This one was cool. Blade Kafka, Jingliu, Silverwolf buffs in 3.4.
Wait, but they didn't really specify on how they were gonna buff them though.
Great. I think the buffs are a really good thing, and I'm really happy that they're doing that. But the thing that I'm worried about is, are they gonna be enough? How strong are we making these characters? Because as far as I'm concerned, Casterus is gonna blow every single character out of the fucking water.
Yeah. Dude, I watched a showcase with her. Remember Trailblazers E6, Gallagher E6, and a Sunday E0. And I shit you not, I think she was E0 too, like Casterus herself. She effortlessly hit 600k to 1.4 million damage after her ult. And you're probably thinking, oh, that's probably reasonable. I don't know. Someone correct me, but isn't that insane? I think peak damage I've seen from like players when I see them do MLC showcases, probably around like 100k or 200k, maybe 400k, but that's after like maybe some like eidolons for some of the 5-star units. But I don't know, 600k to a 1.4 million is crazy. At one point I saw it was a 1.8 million, but that was after Sunday's ult. Crazy.
At least by animations. Meta-wise, I don't know. I mean, she summoned a fucking dragon. How could that thing not do 1 billion fucking damage? I mean, god damn. Have you seen Casterus?
Yeah, I saw her. Oh, and you know what's crazy? All the damage that I just talked about, it wasn't 600k to a 1.4 million quantum damage. It was true damage. True damage. Good grace. Good grace.
Like, those things are fucking nuts. Like, that shit's gonna give me an existential crisis.
I'll show you a video. If people think I'm lying about this, I'll show you a video. Right here. Casterus E0 S1, RMC E6, Gallagher E6, E0 Sunday. Look at this. Look at this. I'll show you. I think was it this one? Was it right here? I think it was right here. So I just realized my camera covered the numbers. Here, this is I'll show you right here, right here. Okay, yeah, so you see Sunday ult. That was 394k. $1,745,160. So where's the quantum damage in this? Somewhere behind all of this mess, right? True damage. Let's count how many true damage there are. 1, 2, and let's count that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Man, at least 7 hits of true damage. all about 20 to 24K each. 1,745,160. Wow, and that was after the Sunday. Oh, by the way, so makes sense, but damn, that is a lot. That is a lot. Wow. Wow.
Just thinking about those things are insane. In dragon breath, explode the earth. I mean, how could that shit not do a million damage?
And she's so cool too. Like, it makes me want to pull her. But the global passive is such a turnoff. That's like Madison Beer if she did OnlyFans. Great in personality. Great with her singing. Beautiful woman. But she does OnlyFans. It's sad.
Damage. I think the problem that I always get with whenever I talk about Honkai Star Rail, and this is coming from a guy who loves this fucking game.
Yeah. With the whole Robin controversy that I just found out about a month ago, man, I was late to that. I was like, yeah, this guy really loves the game. And to see him talk about this and quitting it, oh god.
Was I think the best one.
Dude, Tectone got me into Honkai, and now he's quitting it. Man.
1.0 of any Hoyoverse ever launched, any Hoyoverse game, maybe even any gacha game ever launched. Speaking of gacha games, obviously I'm playing a lot of them right now, a lot of non-Hoyo titles, and it is crazy once you get out of the space how different things are. But yeah, I don't know if the buffs are going to be enough, because I know they're changing the scaling, but they're not reworking the characters, because in China I don't believe you're allowed to rework them whatsoever.
That's a weird rule.
Change the scaling, and that's fine as long as you're making the characters do more and not doing less. You cannot nerf a gacha character once it's made it to live service. That is against Chinese rules.
I think if you nerf a character after they go live, it's just so stupid. Because it's just like, oh, you spent so much money for this character only for them to change like something about it. Like, that's just really, really weird. I spent $15 on Zhongli and they were going to nerf him. And I was like, bro, why?
Regulation. I think there's a lot of what ifs in the air, and how good will they truly be?
Yep.
I'm not sure if the player base will be happy if Zeal is taken from a D tier unit up into a C tier unit, or maybe even a low B tier unit. Do I think Zeal is going to make it to a S tier unit? No, I don't think so. I've seen a couple of the leaks for what they're doing to her kit. They're increasing her damage by a little bit, but I'm not sure if it'll be enough. I mean, we'll have to see. I'm not a meta guy anymore. Then again, it kind of requires the brain capacity of a fucking squirrel to be a theory crafter and guide maker in the gacha space. And I'm sorry if that offends you, but you know that's the fucking truth. I mean, I think putting guide makers,
I don't even know what theory crafting is.
and theory crafters on a pedestal in this community is like a fucking joke. It's like, wow, so you learned how to put the red set on the red guy and the blue set on the blue guy? Oh man, look at that. Are you telling me if you do more damage, you can clear the content easier? Man, look at that. That's so, oh man, you make the character faster, and that's how you make him clear it easier? Oh my God, that's crazy. Careful of that stick. Jesus, shit almost attacked me. It's a cool ass bird up there. Hope it doesn't shit on me. There's also a woodpecker in the background. Let me know if you can hear it. If you go back in the video, you might be able to hear it. It's kind of cool. Birdie. Anyways, 20 gold limited pulls. Thank fucking God. There's 65 characters in the game. 1,600 Stellar Jade. Thank fucking God. Yep.
Yeah, 30 pulls. Well, that's like a little more than 30% of what it takes to get a 5-star. That's cool.
Tectone story rework, added story, and
it may not be enough when it comes to all these new characters and the characters that they chose to put on the rerun. But good thing I'm not gonna spend money, so it doesn't really bother me. If I don't get them, then why not? I'll just wait for another year. It's fine, and not have to spend money.
0.8. That's the other thing, is that whether you want to say you like the story or not, the developers are acknowledging that they fucked up. And I think that really worked against them, and let me tell you why. Now that they have acknowledged that the story's fucked up and they need to condense it, they need to fix it, it doesn't make me want to play it. And
wait, why?
The reason why that is because when 3.1 came out, after I got once 3.1 was talked about and 3.0 came out, I got halfway through the story, and then I heard that they're going to be reworking it. And what that made me do is I just didn't want to play it, because I was like, oh, okay, they're going to condense it. They're going to fix it. Okay, great. So I'll just stop playing it. And so I stopped playing it, waiting for the rework to come out, which I believe is coming out in 3.2. And then I realized how much I just didn't fucking care. Yeah. I just realized how much I really, really, really didn't fucking care.
Uh-huh.
And the reason why I didn't fucking care is because I'm really getting tired of the Hoyo storytelling medium,
What?
which is there's a big overarching plot of how we need to find our brother or cure cancer on these planets. But unless you have the ADD attention span of a Zoomer, you're not really going to enjoy the storytelling, even though it is dragged out like fucking crazy. But what I mean by this is long term is all of the characters that we bring along the way are boring as shit. Dan Heng is boring as shit. Himiko is boring as shit. Welt is the fucking man. Welt is the
Oh yeah,
main
Welt was one of the MVPs of Penacony. I'll tell you that.
character is actually pretty good.
Yeah.
For Honkai Star Rail.
I think Don Hong, they did something. They were gonna do something really well with him in the Shanzhou Lofu arc, but they didn't really do much from there. I have not played a story quest, so maybe that'll prove me wrong. But they just didn't really do much with the inhibitor Lune. Like I didn't see much of him in Penacony, in Amphorius. I mean, yeah, he did bring Jing Yuan and whatever to that one fight. I forgot what that was about, but they just don't really do much with him. Like, I want to see Inhibitor Lune Dan Hong, not just Dan Hong. I mean, he's okay, he's pretty cool. I don't know. I lost interest in him until I realized that I couldn't hear any VA dialogue in the Amphorius quest because they fired him. They fired the VA, or I don't know, the VA left or something. Himiko's VA left. Firefly, Kafka, what?
March 7th is just annoying.
Yeah, March 7th, she's annoying, but it's not as annoying as Paimon. And I guess it's because the higher the pitch of your voice, the more pissed off I'll get.
Every time we go to a new story quest, they need to express to you how important the new character that you can pull for on the banner right now is, because we're going to insert this fucking character and we're going to ignore every other character that was ever fucking made. Look at this new fucking character. Spend $300 fucking now. And it's like, what about Kafka? What about Zila? What the fuck's going on in Bellabog? Is it still snowing? What about Bronya? What about?
Wow, they didn't do much with Bellabog. That was the one thing that actually kept me playing the game. I was like, you know what? I'll see how Bellabog goes. If I don't like it, then I'll just zoom through every story quest. But man, they really didn't do much from there, did they?
What about Jingliu? What about all these other characters that I want to fucking like, but they condition you to only like the new characters, to only play as the new characters, to only see the new characters. That way you're not satisfied with the old ones.
It sucks.
And it's depressing because I want to play as Kafka. That's my favorite character. I want to play as Jingliu. She's fucking awesome. But the game has made me forgot about her. They have made me forget. And it sucks because it would be nice if we had a cohesive story where the characters that we like are the characters that are in the fucking story.
Yeah.
I've been playing some other gacha games, Olympus Company, which is one where you have around 10 characters the story focuses on.
There's only 10?
In the story, every single update, every single patch, your favorite characters are there.
I might want to play it then.
Time without fucking fail. The new characters that are introduced in the story, you don't know whether they'll live or die because they're not on a premium banner. And it's just nice. Wizardry? Yeah, everybody, I made a video on that the other day. It was 3 hours and people said, oh dude, this is another flavor of the week gacha. And it's like, first of all, gachas are meant to be played on and off. I haven't touched Olympus Company in a month and it feels great because I don't have to worry about being there all the time. I go, I play, I experience the story, and then when I want to go back, I play it. It's the same way with how I read manga. I don't read every manga week to week to week. I let it build up, I give it a month, I go back and I enjoy it and I go through it.
With that being said, actually, hold on.
I get burnt out, I come back in a month, I read it.
Yeah, with that being said, yeah, it really, okay, like, I have a problem with the dailies, but I also appreciate them. It makes you, it does promise you some of the currency that you need to pull for banners. But it's like, dude, maybe they should do this thing where I feel like maybe weekly commissions should be a thing. Maybe the same amount of jades. So what? The 60 per 7 days. So what? That's 420. I say there should be like some kind of like maybe one pretty big commission. Not too big, but like maybe shorter than a world quest. Definitely shorter than the R&R quest by a mile. And just do that, and then make sure that we have some reserve for the wave plates or resin or whatever you want to call it. Have a recharging station, or like a station where it's like, oh, if you're not gonna play today, we'll put them over here so you can still use them tomorrow and whatnot. I have to go on Genshin every day just to use it and not let it go to waste. It's ridiculous. A lot of good things can be said about Honkai, which Genshin just does not have yet. Why don't they have a resin reserve? Why don't they have a material converter? Yes, they do for some of the weekly boss materials, but bro, if they did not have that, a lot of people would have quit by now. What else does Genshin not have that Honkai and Wuwa has? I am trying to think. Oh, that's right. I don't need to wait for a specific day of the week to farm for a character ascension material or a weapon ascension material or a talent ascension material. It is so ridiculous that I have to wait till Thursday and be like, oh, I can finally ascend Malvika. Oh, it's not it's not Saturday. I gotta wait till Sunday where I can choose whichever character I want to work on. Oh, it's Monday. Now I'm limited to like, what, 2-3 characters in which I need their talent books. It's so ridiculous. Really, really, really bad.
It's nice being able to break the chain. And by the way, Wizardry, Variance Daphne, one of my favorite stories in any gacha game. It's amazing. It was so good,
dude.
When I got through the ending, and I was like, what the fuck? Oh, the ending of part 1, by the way. I went back to find the footage, and I just rewatched it flat with nobody reacting and just reading the story just in case there was something I missed. And man, how they set up for part 2 is fucking incredible. And
I gotta see this. I gotta see this. I'll see you later.
That Wizardry Variance Daphne is probably the best gacha game on the market right now. And
really,
Hoyotards are gonna say, "Oh, dude, it looks like shit." Yeah, I don't give a fuck. I don't need graphics to be a good game. You know what I need? The game to be good for me to enjoy a good fucking game.
Oh, that does go for a lot of people. Yeah, some people don't need graphics, but me, I love the colors. I love the visuals. You know, like Wuwa. I don't think I would have enjoyed it had their graphics not be the way they are now. And they went even out of their way to improve it even more. Which, of course, my PC would not be able to handle that. But the fact that they still went out their way to improve something that I thought there really was a need to, they still did it. It was amazing. But it's good for some people who are able to enjoy the story without any of these crazy graphics. But for me, I think I just kind of got used to it and I just started liking it. Like same thing with Marvel movies. Like I would love a great story and I just wouldn't really mind how much CGI you use. Anyways, I just realized I'm going off tangent. Let's just get back to the video.
Game, and that's what it is.
Hope you guys get my point.
I'm not going to talk about it more because I'm going to talk about it in another video. But man, I'm very exhausted by knowing that everything that I care about for these games are going to be left behind. And it blows the more that I play it. Because it's just like hyper fixate on the new character or you're not going to enjoy it. And I'm a guy with a lot of loyalty. And I'm a guy where I am a little bit emotional. I get easily attached to things that I really vibe with.
Dude, I did see him cry on that one stream when he was watching Freerun or whatever the anime was called. Yeah.
And these new characters, they just don't connect with me at the same level that they did for Belobog. They don't connect with me the same way they did for even the Zhanzhou Luofu.
Yep.
Nothing's really hit the same in Tectone for the latter half and anything in, God, I don't even know the new zone's name. That's how detached I am. Emphorius, Jesus. I just don't care. And it's a shame because I'm being conditioned to not care. And I know these characters are never going to fucking die because None of them ever fucking die. I mean, you got people talking about Himiko dying 8 fucking years ago on Honkai Impact 3rd.
Really?
Because Shao G wrote it that way, and it's like, yeah, dude, any character can die. Pepe laughed. He thinks this is a...
Wait, Himiko's in Honkai Impact 3rd? Oh, it's a different Himiko. Okay, I was confused. Hey guys, the games have Honkai in the title. It's something that easily could get confused about.
a game for kids. It is. And it's frustrating.
What's the game for kids?
Laugh. He thinks this is a game for kids. It is.
Oh.
And it's frustrating. Now, I'm going to make an update video on this later because obviously there's a lot of doom and gloom in what I'm saying, but I hope you know that even though it might be doom and gloom, am I wrong? That's what I really want you to think about. I don't want you to think about how what I'm saying makes you feel. I want you to think about, am I wrong? Am I wrong? Because that's the only thing that matters. It doesn't matter if me telling you the average human lifespan is 64 years for a 6'6" person or 72 years for a 5'10" person. Am I wrong?
Wait, really? Wait, so if you get short, the shorter you are, the longer you live? Yo, that's great.
Let's keep going here. Cut content being re-added can replace limited 50-50 losses with Zila, Blade, Fushuan over standard units. This is a great addition. However, all of those units fucking suck. I am really hoping that Blade becomes good in the future because I do very much like Blade. I think he's very cool. However, why would I want to pull for him when we have not seen him in well over a year? It is a shame. He is forgotten about. Nobody cares because he's not the newest unit. He's not the new shiny toy, so he'll never be seen in the fucking story. Now, a lot of people are very excited about how much free currency we're getting and how we're getting a new limited 5-star.
I mean, I'm excited.
How they're reworking the standard banner. You want to know why that is? Is because
I bet he's going to say what Gotcha Smack did.
they've implemented some of the most predatory changes in any gacha I've ever seen. And I feel like I'm going fucking crazy because they're not doing these changes because they care about you all. They're doing these changes so they can get away with the bullshit.
Yep.
It's legit damage control.
You know what's crazy? Hey, you know what's crazy? Most of these pulls you get after the caster's banner. Doesn't this sound familiar, guys? Mafika Sit Lolly.
They added in a fucking global passive for one character. There's 3 more on the way, which means before 3.0, before the 3x events
This is actually a great thing for me. I already told y'all why, but that's a great thing for me, honestly.
are over, you're gonna be required to pull for 4 different fucking units.
I won't.
And let your entire account be left behind.
I
Are
won't.
you really gonna want to lose out on extra skill ups by just missing one character? Are you really?
Hey,
gonna
I don't
wanna
care
lose out
about
on max
MOC.
speed? Are you really gonna want to miss out on global crit rate, crit damage, and a revive passive?
It's
No,
so
I don't
dumb.
think you are. They're making a whale event,
Oh, yeah.
which can
Wait.
cost you up to $144. I believe there's a pack above that as well that I forgot to write down.
Any pack over $100 in a gacha game is just the most. That just shows that the game is either the most predatory game ever, or yeah, that's pretty much it. A company that is so money hungry would put a pack over $100. League of Legends, by the way, and I'm free to play. Thank God.
A fucking whale event? That's where we're at? A fucking whale event. How is this even possible? How are not more people talking about this shit? This is fucking pathetic. We get a new story. Other than that, what the fuck did we get for 3.2? The anniversary patch, mind you. You know
Yeah.
what we got for 3.2?
How do you f up an anniversary patch?
Announcements of what's going to happen later.
Oh, wait.
Rather than
This is the same company that made Genshin. Makes sense.
anything in practicality right now. What the fuck am I supposed to do? The 3.2 live stream,
Why did it look like it's sped up?
they
What the
at
heck?
least, you know, to my knowledge, cut the yap a little bit, and good for them. But I think 3.2 is a fucking...
No, there was
joke.
still some
I
yapping.
do.
There was still some yapping.
It's distractions from what they're trying to do to their game. And I think once you become aware of the Hoyo model, it just becomes quite depressing now, doesn't it? If you play other games outside the genre, it becomes quite depressing. And it blows because I've played these games for like 4 fucking years now, 4.5, almost 5. And I hate not loving them. But it definitely does make you feel crazy in these communities sometimes because it's go along with the blind sheep who gobble everything up, or even worse, the content creators who say how bad it is and then continue promoting the fucking game for all that it is and turning a blind eye. They say, oh, this is so bad, I'm still gonna do it. Oh.
Okay, I feel like people might say the same thing about me, but it's this thing that, like, I'm very aware of what they're gonna do, but there are other good things that you can still consider about Honkai. Like, I mean, come on, it's coming from a new player. Like, you can't lie. Yeah, the game is gonna suck, but Bellabog is still worth playing through. Shanjo Lofu is still worth playing to. Penacony is still worth playing for. After the part where Robin saves Sunday or whatever. I think that's where it should have just ended. It was already long up until that point. I think it's okay for me to enjoy the turn-based strategy part of the game, and I don't have to pull for any of these characters with global passes, because that'll ruin my gameplay. That'll ruin my playstyle, because, dude, I won't be able to turn it off. Like, what if I wanted to challenge myself? I wouldn't be able to turn it off. So I kind of disagree with this part right here. I mean, yes, as much as I am promoting the game in a sense, I will be vocal, especially when I make a video on pulling Acheron. I will start the video by saying, we are not pulling Castris. Hell no.
Oh, dude, this is so predatory. Still gonna pull it. Oh, dude, it's my career.
Okay, yeah. I'm not pulling Castris. Hell no. If you see me pulling Castris, I'll just start into my YouTube, send this video to Tectone, and have him shit on me for the rest of my life.
If your career means that you have to go against the very same ethics and morals that you preach to other people, you're pathetic. You are. It's such a shitty, gay-ass excuse that you're using for convenience. You can get upset at me if you like, but you know what you can't do? Tell me that I'm wrong. I don't think 3.2 is what the game needed at all. I think the game is getting worse every update. And yeah, it's nice to be out in nature and be disconnected from it all. But that's just my opinion. I would love to know what you guys think. Feel free to leave me a message in the comments. And apologies if this video was emotional. I'm unpacking a lot of deep-rooted anxiety and hatred out on this trip, and it's very therapeutic, and I didn't really want to hold anything back for this video.
Yeah, I think that's kind of where we can just stop there. But you know what's crazy? I went on Genshin today. I got on. I looked at it for 5 seconds and I just got off. I only went on just so I can use my resin. But I was like, nah, I'm okay. I got off that game so quick. I was like, nah, I'm fine. I'm fine. I went on to the event page and I saw the new story quest. I was like, I wonder if I want to do it for content. Like, I want to maybe make a reaction video to it. I might upload my reaction video to the Varesa story quest or whatever, or the closest thing we're gonna get to a story quest. I might post my reaction video to that. But man, I got on Genshin today and I was just like, nah, I'm fine. I just got off that real quick. It's sad. I'll only get back on it when Shalona comes out, but hell, I don't think I'm gonna stress too hard to even try and pull her. If I pull her, and then I run out, I'm just not gonna spend money. I'm done with that. I'm done. I think it was a mistake for me to spend $50 on Arlecchino, even though I don't think, that character's like okay to pull compared to all these new other characters, but shoot. Now I'm saying this, I probably shouldn't pull for Shalona then, no? Even though I'm not spending money, doesn't the Primo Gems going into the banner also count as how well they're doing in revenue? Cause I don't know. I don't really know how they calculate the success of their banners, but I'm not sure. I just think if you don't spend money, I think you're just fine. As long as you're not spending money, you're not supporting the game. You can have 1,000 people play Genshin Impact, not spend a single buck, and you can't say that they are supporting your game. Unless if they're going on YouTube and saying, oh, this is a great quest. This is a great quest. Nah. That is it for today's video. I hope you guys like it. Make sure to like and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.